Hi everyone. So in this lecture we'll study the protected keyword. Since we have studied inheritance, so it's time to learn about protected keyword because protected keyword hasn't been covered, and in the access modifier lecture I told you that after inheritance we'll cover protected keyword. So it's time to study that. So let's move forward. Just like public and private, we have another access specifier that is protected, right? So protected access specifier, and to understand this, let's consider an example. Let's say we have two classes. One class is parents and the other class is children, right? So children is the child class of class parents, as you already know. For example, let's say parents, and we have children, right? So take analogy of parents as real parents. To understand this, let's take analogy of parents as the real life parents and the children as the real life children, right? Like you and your parents. So we have three levels. There are some things or some information which is publicly available of your family, of your parents, like their name, maybe their house number, or maybe if your parents have a blog, then the website address of that blog will be public, right? So anybody can access that. If some person asks your parents blog address from you, then you will tell him, right? So directly or indirectly, everyone has access to the parents public information, right? But now there is second level. The second level is, there are some things which are private to parents only. Even you don't know and probably will never know. For example, their personal meeting, the details about their first date, or their bank account related details, or maybe there are a hell lot of information which are not available publicly, not even known to you, right? Like their first date, bank details, or something like that. So you can take this as analogous to the private access modifier, and the earlier analogy was given. You can take analogy as the public access modifier, right? So now there is a third level. The third level is basically some details which are known to you, but it is between you and your parents, and you will not share these things to anyone. Like, for example, there are some family issues, right? There are some family issues. So definitely you will know you will know that family issue, but you will not share those family issues with your neighbors or with your friends, right? So that is, you can take example as protected access modifier, when you both have information, that information is passed to the child class, but the child class will not pass that information to anybody. The child class will not pass that information to anybody. That is called protected access modifier, right? Anyway, my handwriting is terrible, so this is the protected access modifier, right? So the difference between private and protected is, in private nobody can access the information, not even the child class, but in the protected, child class is allowed to access that information. So basically there is a level of public where everyone has access, and here comes protected. Before protected, let's discuss private. Nobody has access, not even the child class has access. And there is a gap between public and private, and that is protected. In protected, child class has access to the information, but child class will not pass that information to anyone, right? So that's the thing. I guess I have made the difference more clear, right? So let's move forward, and let's see, and let's try to do it practically. This is our namespace standard, and let's say a class like parents, right? So there are something which is public, there are something which is private, and there are something which will be protected. Don't worry, you will get all the notes and references to actually if you want differences and you actually want notes, for that you will get those notes. The notes will be available, right? And the class should be like children, but before that it should be it should inherit the parent class. The class name is parents only, and that's it. For example, bank, or for example blog address. The private, like email password, right? And the protected be like family issues, right? And these are the family issues, and let's say the class main is here, and let's say the children name, anyway the object of that class children can be Albert, right? Albert dot blog address, is it allowed or not? Albert dot email password, allowed or not? Albert dot family issues, let's say, and I guess it should give an error, yeah. So if you can see carefully, this is private. We already know the private is not accessible and it is protected. Protected means the object of that class cannot access. But if there is something like void, something like the children are willing to resolve the family issues, then they can access that, right? Basically, technically, if we want to discuss it technically, the children class can internally use the protected properties of the parent class, but via object directly. The members of protected class, via the object of children class, the protected properties of the parent class cannot be accessed, right? And this is because of the security reasons. Right. So let's see if family issues, this function, protected function, can be called directly by the object of the parents class or not. Let's see, right? So okay, parents dot family issues. Let's see if we can access it or not. See, there is a slight line. Since it's protected, then only it's the internal matter of the parents and children. Since children is a part of family, the children will have the access, but these details can't be shared directly outside, right? So there is a thin line between private and protected. Let's draw that thin line out. Right, and let's move to another level, which is protected. The protected is nothing but child class. And now there is another level called public, or if I'm more accurate, the public is here. Everybody, if a data member is public, everybody has access. If a data member is protected, then inside class members and the members of child class and the inside class members have access. And if the thing is private, then only inside class members will have the access, right? So this is, I guess by this you should understand it more clearly. Protected is kind of superset to private and a subset to public in terms of access. So that's it, and we have practically seen the implementation of protected keyword. So if you have any doubts, right, since we have covered all the three access specifiers, we have covered public, protected, private. We have covered all three, and I guess and all these three should be clear. If you have any doubt, then ask us and get your doubts cleared. It's really important to understand these keywords, not protected only, public, private and protected. All these three keywords are really important and you should understand, right? So that's it for today. We'll meet in the next lecture. If you have any doubts, then please ask us. Till then, good luck.